Hello shooters, TI here. Thank you for watching. Today's episode of TI Goes to School is Harrys Holsters. Okay, first of all, you're going to probably ask questions about my forehead here. I was getting the weed eater going in the garage. I had my hearing protection on, and I did have my safety glasses on. Didn't have a hat or helmet or anything on. I don't wear hats or helmets. I don't wear hats very often. And I didn't hear the garage door starting to go down. I got it started, and you know, when I move with a purpose, and boom, I ran into the garage door. And with as hard as my head is, I'm surprised I didn't dent that metal thing that I ran into, but the metal thing won. Next time, I'm gonna win. Anyway, I got an email from Harrys Holsters a couple of weeks ago, and Harry said, hey, I want you to try out one of my holsters. And I get requests periodically from manufacturers wanting me to review their stuff, and I always send back pretty much the same email. I say, watch my videos, because if there's a design flaw or something, I'm going to talk about it. I don't do fluff pieces. I'll tell the good and the bad and the ugly. And it is rare that a manufacturer then says, okay, we still want to send you stuff. But I sent the email to Harry, the same one I send to all the other manufacturers, and he said, you know what? There's good and bad, personal preference, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to still send you a holster. And I thought, right on. You know, the guy's confident in the quality of his holsters and the way they're going to work. And so right away I thought, cool, let's see what happens. So he sent me a holster for my CZ P10C. I've been looking for a holster for my CZ P10C, and let's see what he sent. All right, here's what came in the bag that Harry sent to me. Here's the holster. It's set up for appendix carry right now for my CZ P10C. It brings a sticker, and here's a disclaimer, and also how to clean the holster. Here is his business card, and I'll post a link in the description below of his website. Some other little fasteners here. It includes a little bit of Loctite. That's a nice touch. Here's a spacer thing for, you know, if you want to put this wedge thing a little bit further out or whatever. Here's this type of clip that is going to go in some of these holes here. One thing I really like about this design, there's a tremendous amount of adjustability built into the design. It's going to go in those holes there. If you like this kind of clip, that's going to go in there, and you have adjustability there. This holster can work equally well for appendix or for 4 o'clock carry. It's got this wedge thing here. Now I've got an Eidolon that I thought would work for me, but the Eidolon, all the AWIB holsters I've tried before, they hurt. You know, some people say, well, you got to get used to it. Well, there's a difference between getting used to it, discomfort, in other words, and there's a difference between discomfort and pain. And this holster, this Eidolon that I have for my G19, it hurts. They say, you know, you got to wear it for a few weeks. Well, there's difference between discomfort and pain, and this Eidolon hurts, whereas this one doesn't. One thing I have noticed is, notice the closed end here of this Harrys holster is kind of radius, whereas this is just kind of a flat, sharp edge. And since this part right here is what hurt my body and the groin area, and that's no fun, whereas this is kind of angled. Now, some guys, the Eidolon works great for them. Like I said, this is not a diss against the Eidolon, because I have the same problem with the Incog. I've tried Shaggy. I've tried Dale Fricke holsters. None of them have worked for me for AWIB, but this one does. This one is not uncomfortable at all. I don't even know that I've got it on. I can bend over, I can sit down, I can raise my legs up, and there's no discomfort, let alone pain. This holster, when I bend over, sit down, raise my legs, it causes pain. Not just discomfort, but pain. Whereas this holster by Harry, the first time I put it on, I was amazed, because it's the first time I've worn an AWIB that didn't cause pain when I bent over or lifted my leg. So right now it's set up in AWIB, and I kind of thought that maybe it was the distance that, that the holster's inside the body, but that's not it at all, because these are very similar, and you can adjust this eidolon to where it's sitting about the same depth, but they're about the same depth right now. And the eidolon, for me, causes pain. Now this is sitting a little bit deeper than this is, so this rides just a little bit higher out of the waistline. But that's really good for me, because it allows me to get a better purchase than when I'm wearing the eidolon here. You can imagine the pants right here. It wasn't as easy for me to get to the gun. This is really easy to get to the gun. Allows me a full firing purchase when I grab the gun. And since it's maybe I'm short-waisted or whatever, but the combination of this being flatter and radiused, and this is kind of around the corner, versus this being, I don't know, not radiused, and this is kind of on this flatter thing. It's not angled like this is. I really like this Harrys holster, and you can adjust it. You can put different things on it to make it so it works behind the waist. Behind the hip. But this is the first AIWB for me that works like a dream. So even though a holster may be very comfortable, it has to be concealable. And as you can see, the P10C in this holster from Harrys Holsters is completely gone under. These are the kind of shirts I wear every day. I'm not much of a pullover guy. I wear pullovers too. I'm not much of a t-shirt kind of guy. I like these. I like button-ups for whatever reason. I can bend my legs. I can sit down, and there's absolutely no pain. I can't say that about any other AWIB holster I've ever worn. Now, holsters are personal preference. There's no doubt about that. There's different body shapes and styles and blah, blah, blah. But I finally think I've met a holster maker that understands how to make a holster for me. The other holsters that I've had, they may work great for you guys. They don't work good for me at all. But so far, this Harrys holster is working fantastic. I'm going to carry it for a couple, 2-3 months and give an update. But so far, it is 2 thumbs up. Thank you, Harry, for sending me the holster. And everybody else, please comment, post below what your favorite holster is and what you use, because we're all going to use different things. But if you're looking around for a holster, I would suggest you try Harrys holsters, because it is fantastic. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the shares, likes, and subscribes. And as always, ensure that your training and your practice is preparing you for the real world, your real world, and not for the fantasy land of the shooting range. Have a nice day.